Hello, this is Via from Via Creates and welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to share how I created my March setup in my bullet journal. I have a couple of assistants today. This is my dog Sammy. He loves hanging out while I bullet journal and he's always sleeping on my bed. And that's my dog Henry, who likes to take all my attention when I'm doing any work, but he's still very helpful. So I start out with the cover page, and for this series that I've been doing this year, I am very much inspired by illustrations in old fairy tale books. And so I like to kind of have frames around what I'm drawing, and this time I decided to do 4 of them, which ended up being a lot more complicated than I thought, especially because I have so many overlapping elements. So I definitely had to take my time and really make sure that I was noticing all the sketches that I have made and referencing my planning so that I didn't accidentally write over something that I didn't need to. And so it did take a good bit of time to outline everything, but it was so worth it. And I used just a mix of fine liners and then my brush pen to create different thicknesses of outlines. The colors for the spread are very much blues and teals, and then with some pops of brown, and so I really wanted to keep that within the outlining as well, just because I think these colors are so pretty together and I wanted to use them as much as possible. My basis for this theme was I wanted to do some sort of fairy kind of hiding out in little mushroom houses or under mushroom covers, and then I found this mushroom called Pixie's parasol, which actually does exist kind of near Antarctica, and it is so cute, and they're bright blue and they actually look like something out of a fairy tale, and I thought it was like AI or something first, so I had to look it up and research it, but I'm fairly certain that it is a real thing. And I just loved like the bright blues in it and how they really did look like something that was actually magic. So I decided to create little pixies to go along with it, and they're using the mushrooms kind of as a shield from the rain. So I was just trying to create these pixies to match the mushrooms, like they are kind of mushroom fairies in a way. And that was a really fun challenge. I don't usually draw magical, I guess, creatures, and so I did have to look at a lot of reference pics, but I was able to find something that helped me a lot, and it ended up being really cute the way that it all came together. Here are the reference photos that I used. As you can tell, the mushrooms are so cute, and if I ever get to see them in person one day, I will literally be so happy. I think honestly, just like when you go on walks in the woods and finding little things like that, like little mushrooms or pretty mosses, it's just so fun and it really makes it feel like an adventure. I'm not a huge hiker, but I do like being outside in nature and going on walks and even bringing my art supplies out and just using that time to draw my observations. It's just so soothing and so fun, and I've always been kind of that type of person who really loves nature, which is definitely seen in a lot of my art. I definitely prefer drawing like plants and animals and landscapes to people. But I am still trying to expand kind of my drawing skills, so I have been trying to draw more things, and this is kind of one of those challenges this year that I've done for myself. And so there's kind of something in each theme this year that is something that I haven't drawn before, just kind of as a way to force myself to sharpen my observational skills and my drawing skills, and to not be so afraid of like not having fun with drawing something or messing up at something. And so far it's been, I think, a really successful venture, because I still get to draw all of the things that I love, but I'm also challenging myself and growing in my skills. The font that I'm using this year is called Rowan, and I'm using it kind of for all of my main titles on my cover pages. I really like how elegant it is, and how it really kind of fits the fairy tale illustration vibe without being very complicated to draw. I got to draw all of this while I was on my spring break, which was so nice that I got to kind of immediately after getting off of school just take a day to journal. It was very relaxing and a good way to unwind from a very busy first half of the semester. And you know, the rest of break also was super full and I had lots of homework assignments to do, but taking this time was, I think, really critical to me being able to recharge and to come back and complete the semester. Adding this texture to the mushrooms, I think, really made everything come together. I was a little worried that the dark blue at the top would look out of place because everything else is so much more of a light blue. So I think drawing in these extra lines provides a more gentle way to bring that darker color into the rest of the mushroom. I try not to make impulse purchases, and so I waited quite a while before I got the natural mild liners and the pastel mild liners, because I didn't want to just get them because I had the rest of the mild liners, because sometimes I can be a little bit impulsive like that or want to collect things like that just to have the collection. But they are so nice, and I'm actually so glad that I got them because I use them all the time, especially because I am doing so many more like neutral spreads this year. And so there are lots of color in it, but there's always balanced out by these kind of darker, more neutral colors to invoke the feeling of a woodland. So I am very thankful that I decided to get these markers at this time. Here is my reading list and habit tracker set up. So I wanted to do the habits title on paper bag with this white gel pen because it just pops so much and it looks so lovely together. And I did it first so that it would have time to dry. I could set it aside before gluing it in so that the gel pen didn't smudge. I made my title a lot bigger and did a lot more drawings this month in my reading list just because I wouldn't have as much time to read for fun this month, and honestly for the next few months because I am working on the capstone for my degree and I graduate in just a couple of months, and so I didn't want to get my hopes up and say I'm going to read a ton because I really do need to focus all of my energy in school right now so that I can get everything done that I need to get done. My puppies were here again this day and they are just chilling as I'm completing the spread, and I will put the dimensions up for my habit trackers. And this is just the same format that I do every time. It works really well for me, so I haven't really changed it over the years, and that kind of made it really easy to do these, but I'm always so nervous about making mistakes because sometimes I do like add an extra box or skip a box and I don't realize it till after I've inked it in. So I have started to do actual outlines for these because I make mistakes so frequently. but it does make it a lot less stress-free to fill it in. And then I started coloring in the background for this, and this is where this marker started to die, so I did have to like take a lot of breaks to fill it in. Like you can tell here the marker was new and refreshed, and then other parts of the page you can see where it starts to die a little bit. I had some snacks, and then I completed the page by adding in the habits tracker and drawing swirls and stars all around the page to make it feel really magical and really sparkly too, because the silver gel pen shines so nicely in the light. So somehow the videos for my quotes page got lost, so we're just moving on to the playlist page here. Every season I do a playlist, and I accidentally wrote March playlist on this one, but this is my winter playlist of songs that I've been listening to from like the end of December through kind of the beginning of March. Usually I listen to it up until spring break. And so I just started by writing this little title with some more pixies parasol mushrooms in there, some more swirls, and keeping in with the same font. And then I also decided to do something new this year for my playlist and to do a little favorite section off to the side. So you'll see me doing that soon. And then I start writing in all of the songs, which kind of is a lot, but I love to listen to all sorts of music, and I love getting recommendations from my friends and from social media, and so basically everything that I like gets put onto the playlist for that season, and then I just kind of listen to it on repeat. I even had some extra space at the end of the spread to draw another little pixie in the corner peeking out through the rain. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.